We are now more or less about 4 episodes away from the conclusion of Dragon Ball Daima, and there is still so much to address before the end. In the previous episode, Goku and the others, after entering the first demon world, had been having a complete shootout with Gomah's forces. We're quickly approaching the climax of Daima, so everything is about to culminate into whatever happens over the next few episodes. It seems like Gomah's plans are falling apart before his very eyes, but as he and Degasu monitor Goku and the others, they notice that the coveted third eye, the Tertian Oculus, has reappeared in probably the most unexpected place you could imagine. In the hands, or around the waist I guess you should say, of Hybis. This could be Gomah's last chance to acquire something that can combat the Z-Fighters, so he tells Degasu to go and retrieve it by any means necessary. When we cut back to Hybis, who's taking cover and hiding while Goku and the others do the fighting, he gets approached by a young woman who, after trading him for her hat, is able to convince him to hand over the third eye, with Goku and the others none the wiser to what Hybis even had in his possession. While we don't necessarily know who this young lady is yet, the fact that only Gomah and Degasu even knew that Hybis had the third eye is enough to tell us that she has to have some connection to these two. But what could they possibly be planning to use this magic power for? Will Goku and the others be able to retrieve the last of the Dragon Balls in Demon World 1? And what exactly do Rinsu and Glorio have planned, as well as they have yet to make their move either? With Dragon Ball Daima coming to a close, I can't wait to see if a new transformation is truly in the cards for someone, a new fusion is born since we have yet to see the fusion bugs get used, and another appearance by Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta as well, hopefully. Episode 16 slowly brings us closer to all of these questions and more being answered, but if you guys haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn those notifications on so you never miss another upload, and consider leaving a like on the video as well. But without further ado, let's hop right into Dragon Ball Daima episode 16, simply titled Degasu. With Goku and the others finally overcoming the massive amount of troops Gomah was sending at them in Demon World 1, it seems like their next plan of action is to either, as Vegeta points out, go and find Dende, or go and fight the last Tamagami to retrieve the last Dragon Ball. So we have two options here. Piccolo of course states that Dende is most important. He comes first, with Shin agreeing, so it seems like this is going to be the Rescue Dende episode, who we soon see is back at the castle, still in the possession of Degasu and Gomah. When Goku and the others begin to approach the castle, this is the moment we've been waiting for the past couple of weeks now. Goku and the others are stopped out front by none other than the Gendarmerie Force, striking a pose and stating that they won't let them take another step towards the castle. I'm surprised Goku, Vegeta, and Piccolo missed a chance to call them a knockoff version of the Ginyu Force when first seeing them, but Vegeta is immediately ticked off by their theatrics, so Goku and Piccolo let him handle it. Number 3, I think his name is Hylia, steps up to Vegeta and is ordered by Captain Kadam to take them out, so he takes a quick shot, but of course these guys' speed can't possibly compare to Vegeta at this point, who easily and swiftly dodges this attack. I guess he thought he tricked Vegeta by having his attack come back around, but Vegeta immediately reappears in front of him and then disappears, leading to the shot colliding with the Gendarmerie Force member instead. The minigun comes out next as Daima tries to shred Vegeta with a hail of bullets, but I'm just not quite sure these guys understand who they're dealing with or even what a Saiyan is. When the smoke clears, Vegeta is gone and then reappears behind this guy, and with a single punch is able to take him out of the fight as well. And then there were 3. The next member steps up, drawing a knife and gun combo on Vegeta, but it's just getting sad at this point. He's blasted away like he's nothing more than a nuisance as Vegeta whittles down the Gendarmerie Force one member at a time without breaking a sweat in the slightest. Hopefully these guys have something else up their sleeves, because to be Gomah's trump card and final resort, this is kinda sad. But with the way the last 2 members react to their teammates just being mopped up so easily, it doesn't seem like maybe these guys actually did defeat Majin Buu and the other Tamagamis, Game Boy says to the captain. But it doesn't look like he's convinced yet, as he charges Vegeta himself. One kick is enough to take this guy down, but it looks like they have one final attack to try, as we see the captain manifest a giant fireball, which is kind of impressive, that looks like a supernova before throwing it at Vegeta, but it looks like it's a little too hot to handle and this guy just drops it somehow. Well, now that the Gendarmerie Force has been subdued and is out of the way thanks to Vegeta, he destroys the opening to the castle, with Piccolo and the others following him inside. But not before Goku is able to lift a snack off the Gendarmerie Force captain. Once inside, the first thing they see is the huge golden statue of Gomah, pretty much assuring that they're in the right place. This being the first time Goku, Piccolo, and the rest of everyone not from the Demon Realm are seeing the Demon King. In another part of the castle, we see the young lady that took the third eye from Hybis making her way through the palace, trying to find her way around somewhere as more troops are alerted that the Gendarmerie Force has been defeated and they urgently rush to the entrance. She tells them that she was able to retrieve this weird item that Degasu asked for, but apparently doesn't know her own way through the castle. Unfortunately though, they all just ignore her and keep rushing towards the entrance, and she's not even sure why this thing is so important, but the sooner she delivers this, the sooner she can get her money and be out of here. Goku and the others come across another door sealing them outside the inner depths of the castle, and while they're trying to move somewhat inconspicuous, Bulma mentions that maybe moving in this large group like they are isn't the best idea, so Goku states that he, Piccolo, Vegeta, and Shin will go on to save Dende while the rest of them hang back. However, Pansy slips off behind them before the door closes and decides to trail them and come with Goku and the others making their way aimlessly through the corridors. Vegeta tells him to stop messing around and focus since they don't really know where they're going. So Goku finishes his chips and begins looking for Dende's key signature, and he senses that he's actually really close by as Pansy continues following them as well. As Degasu prepares to get in a ship and flee the castle, the Z Fighters finally catch up to him thanks to Goku sensing Dende's key and stop him right on time, demanding him to release Dende. Degasu ends up mentioning that he's actually impressed that they made it this far, but this isn't about to end the way that they think, as he points a gun to Dende's head, now threatening them. Shin pleads for him to stop as the two siblings finally make contact with each other, and this is also something we've been waiting for as well. Degasu stating that it's been well over a millennia since they've last seen each other. And this is when we finally get some motivation as to why some of these characters are following Goma, with Degasu stating that in the end, he wants to be the king of the Demon Realm, being his motivation for following Goma's orders, it seems like, as Shin asks him what could a Glen possibly accomplish as the king of the Demon Realm, calling him ambitious and overly self-confident as always. But Degasu replies that it's in a Glen's nature to always seek higher positions. Back in the monitoring chamber, even Goma doesn't know exactly what Degasu's plan is, as he seems a little weary of him threatening a baby with a gun to his head, but he trusts that he must have some sort of plan in mind. But it eventually hits him that he could just be taking this chance to abandon him too. As Degasu makes his way to the ship, Pansy takes this opportunity to finally make her move, but being far slower than Goku, Piccolo, and Vegeta, she's stopped in her tracks as Degasu sticks the gun in her face next. All of a sudden, however, a yellow blob of who knows what flies straight at Degasu and smacks him upside the head, to everyone's surprise, causing him to drop the gun and Dende. Pansy, thinking fast, dives forward and is able to catch Dende before Degasu regains his bearings, with Piccolo knocking him out cold before he can make another move. When they look up, it's none other than Glorio, who took Hybis' hat and launched it at Degasu and pretty much saving the day. Thankfully, they followed them as well. Now, with Dende out of their possession, the Gendarmerie Force and Degasu defeated, Goma is in a full-on panic now, but there's still one last thing that may bail him out that just got hand-delivered to him: the third eye. The Tertian Oculus that just appeared right at his doorstep thanks to the young lady from the last episode. The extent of the power Goma is about to receive is still a mystery, but whatever it is significant enough for him to give her whatever she wants and then shoo her away. When we cut back to Goku's group, now that they've rescued Dende, all that's left is for them to summon the dragon and make the wish to turn back into adults, so that means one last Tamagami to defeat. However, they could also go and take care of Goma first as well, so again, two options here. But this is when Glorio warns them that Goma should not be underestimated, so fighting the Tamagami and becoming adults again is probably the smarter first choice of action. Neva lets them know that the first Demon World Tamagami is in the square in the middle of the courtyard beyond them, with Goku noticing that this one looks even stronger than the last. Goku decides that it's his turn to fight since Vegeta had the last one, but this is when they notice that the Dragon Ball the Tamagami is supposed to have is already gone. This is when the Tamagami speaks up, stating that the Dragon Ball has already gone to the victor, exposing that someone else has already been here for the purpose of battling and taking it, as finally, Arinsu is gonna make her grand appearance, choosing now to confront Goku, Shin, and the others for the first time. Shin is stunned to have ran into not only Degasu, but now Arinsu as well, as Bulma notices that she's also being accompanied by two Majin. Arinsu tells them that the first Demon World Dragon Ball is already theirs, but what exactly is she planning here? Back in the castle, Goma is struggling to remove the third eye from the belt buckle, but ends up finding a plunger to yank this thing out. He orders the young woman from before to place it in the center of his forehead, and after merging with the third eye, Goma begins to transform. Goma has now officially obtained magic power beyond comprehension, but will this power be enough to defeat Goku, Vegeta, and the others? We may not know the extent of Goma's new power at the moment, but if Goku and the others are able to perform a successful fusion with the merge bugs, turn back into adults in time, or even gain a new form thanks to some demon realm magic or something like that, this could possibly turn into one of the greatest battles of all time. However, Glorio has already warned us that Goma is not to be underestimated, and I feel like we're about to find out exactly why he says that in the next episode of Dragon Ball Daima. And that is going to bring episode 16 to a close as we finally reach the climax of Dragon Ball Daima with Goma merging with the third eye, Goku and the others finally retrieving Dende, as well as the long-awaited and anticipated confrontation with the Rinsu and the Majins. If you guys enjoyed episode 16 of Dragon Ball Daima, definitely let me know down below in the comments, as it is clear that we are now in the end game. And honestly, I'm now on the edge of my seat waiting to see how this thing is going to wrap up in the next few episodes, because like I said in the beginning, there's still a lot of questions left to be answered in the handful of episodes that we have left. And now that Goma has merged with the third eye, which is something that not even Deborah did, it's clear that Goku and the others are about to have a real problem on their hands. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Dragon Ball Daima is now officially in the end game, but before this thing wraps up, I gotta see a new fusion or a new transformation or something. They gotta give us something before this thing wraps up. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Thank you all so much for watching until the end if you made it this far. Have a great day. I'm gonna see you all in the next one.